Good morning, Dominica. How are you doing this absolutely wonderful Saturday? I know it's raining outside and some of you are probably just waking up. Some people have not awoken yet, but guess what? It's still Saturday, my favorite day. And when you hear my voice, Leandra Landa, of course, it is time to elevate. And today, of course, is another amazing, awesome show. And we need you to be part of this show. So call somebody and tell them Elevate is on. We are doing something special for some young people in Dominica. It is not the usual show. This time we really need your participation, all right? So if you are listening to us on one of our frequencies, 88.7, 93.1, 107.9, call somebody and tell them we need you to listen to this show today. And if you are on the Facebook Live, share this. All right, share it. We really need you on board today. There are two young men who need us, and we are going to be there for them, all right? So it's really nice to have you on this morning, this Saturday, July 24. Look at this. The summer is just flying by. So far, so good. In terms of disasters, we know that the hurricane season is a big deal for us, and so we are very happy that so far, Elsa come and do a little something, just warm up the session a little. But so far, so good. It's been calm in the Atlantic, right? So we give thanks for that and so many other things. We're going to take a word from our wonderful sponsors who keep elevated every Saturday. We will be right back to get this amazing show on the road.
Stephen and Sons across the bridge is the headquarters, guaranteed for all your frozen meats, poultry, ham, turkey, fish in French every day, every week, from Monday morning to Saturday afternoon. Malcolm Stevens is the people's first choice for the ever-fresh quality, with the widest variety and assortment of all your fresh favorite frozen foods from across the Caribbean and across the world. Guaranteed freshness. Pat mouton, pat cabouit, madi la cabouit. All the frozen chicken parts you could ever need. Legs, breast, well, yes, breast, chest, thighs, feet, gizzards. Malcolm Stevens' back and neck is not back and neck, is neck and back. Dominica alone gets the freshest and the best from Malcolm Stevens' Sons. Swinging sassant for their drumsticks there and first serving it. Your beans, your peas, your salted and pickled meats, tout pat cochon. When you want a broth and a soup, you need to come to Malcolm Stevens & Sons. Nobody makes a better pillau or broth or soup than a Dominican. But the secret is that they buy all their tastiest, nutritious and satisfying frozen foods only at Malcolm Stevens & Sons in Portersville. Tell them I sent you. 448-8709 or 235-5521.
Pure, crisp refreshment. Caribe Hard Cider. Yours to enjoy. With a delicate, exotic taste you just can't get enough of. Caribe Hard Cider is perfect for any occasion. Crafted with champagne yeast, it's an all-natural, gluten-free blend that'll keep you coming back for more. Caribe Hard Cider. Available in original, pineapple, and rosé.
Kentucky Rockstar. Party like a rock star. Eat like a rock star at KFC. Now offering 5 of our most famous items all in one. You get 4 pieces of chicken, spicy or original, 3 wings, hot, barbecue or sweetbread chili, 1 regular corn, 1 regular fry, and 1 biscuit for only $30.
You heard right.
Only $30. Visit us in store or place your order online via click and collect. The best of KFC with the perfect variety for you and your family to enjoy. Kentucky Rockstars at KFC.
This is a limited time offer.
Are you looking for good eggs? I mean quality eggs fresh from the farm? Well, we have exactly what you're looking for. No matter the quantity, we have the right amount. Call us today for your fresh farm eggs. Telephone 448-7331, 448-7330, 448-8752 or 614-6767. And we'll get you your fresh farm eggs.
So amazing, I'm not exaggerating.
Masemo tinale kote do it sente vek idiyo. I find the skin of my house has a disease called pentapes. Has to do with paint. Yo made, what are the symptoms? Ele Sinton, well, it's as if somebody guaffiate it and the glossary has departed from it. Yodi, well, you have come to the right place and the right brand. Do it best, quality paints. Yodi, there are two types. The master touch for interior and exterior, Lau Pabuzwe PS Primer, and the color solution. With both of them, you can mix and match. Souvlon cooler to match anything in your house, even your soap dish. Just bring it in. Do it best, quality paints. The primer for all services. Floor paint, pulaku, your garage, wall paint, ceiling paint, and for your steps, pumunpak chichile, asubobonyo, let's step la mouyi. Plus every paint accessory you can think of, just lay shell. Do it best, quality paint kote. Do it center, asu Goodwill Road. Multinadi, I call it the paint laboratory.
Are you looking for good eggs? I mean quality eggs fresh from the farm? Well, we have exactly what you're looking for. No matter the quantity, we have the right amount. Call us today for your fresh farm eggs. Telephone 448-7331, 448-7330, 448-8752 or 614-6767. And we'll get you your fresh farm eggs.
So amazing, I'm not exaggerating.
Ooh, isn't it? Lovely, lovely things indeed. Your small enterprise of choice for personalized cups, mugs, pillows, glasses, tote bags, corsages, and so much more. Weddings and birthday keepsakes. 245-8483. Visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. Lovely things, anything but the ordinary. Good morning again, everybody. Good morning, good morning. I know that you are already getting on the Facebook Live and you are already tuned in on the frequencies of Carrier FM 88.7, 93.1, 107.9. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. Today we brand this show Elevated and Educated. Why, you may ask? Well, if you look at our Facebook page, you can see two gentlemen who are no strangers to your screens or to your, I should say, your music, your radios, whatever you listen to, your headphones. We have Wayne, Mr. Benji, Benjamin in studio with us, and we have Krishna, Dada, Lawrence in studio with us today. Some of you may. A lot of you should know them, but if you don't know them as yet, you will get to know them today. What are you drinking this morning? I usually ask that. What are you drinking? What's in your cup this morning? Is it a kakotsi, sime cotoin? Is it some juice or water? Whatever you're drinking, let's keep us company, all right? Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you doing?
Good.
Sorry to wake you up so early. But as I said, I told Dad, I know you work some really mad hours. So I know for you too, Benji, you all work sometimes when the creativity gets flowing. Hours don't make any difference to you, yes? All right. I am so happy to have the two of you on Elevated and Educated. What are we doing with these two words? Well, as an educator myself, I thought that it's time to give back. This show, Elevate to Give Back, and we are going to provide 2 scholarships to one young man from the Goodwill Secondary School and one from the Dominica Community High School. I announced this when I celebrated my first anniversary of Elevate, and I'm keeping my promise. And I'm so happy to have the National Youth Council of Dominica on board with us. They are working with us in terms of, collecting the funds. But before we get into that, again, I want you to share this live. We want you to get people on. Tell them that we need you on this live. We need you to be listening to this show because we need you. We are not disclosing the names of the students, but we are definitely letting you know that I have spoken with the principals, Miss Doughton. Good morning, Miss Doughton, over there, the Goodwill Secondary School. And we have Majo, Mrs. Celia Nicholas, principal of the Dominica Community High School. So why these two guys? Well, that's their school. So we're going to talk to them this morning and tell us about their experience going to the Dominica Community High School, tucked away so nicely in the valley. And we have the GSS, which started in Goodwill, but is now located in Roseau because of, the destruction to the building. And of course, why not now? Let's make a difference. So we will start with any of you guys. Tell us who you are. For those who probably don't know, living on the rock, maybe. Tell us who you are and tell us about life at your school. How many years ago?
Wow. Okay. Well, I think I will start,
Yes.
I'll break the ice. Yeah. So I am Krishna, Dada Lawrence. Former student of the Dominica Community High School.
Yes.
And, well, what was life like at the Dominica Community High School? DCHS. Yeah, well, obviously I'm from Bath Estate, so
Yes.
it's close, in proximity to the school. In the mornings, school starts from 8 to 2:30. That was the
Yes,
time.
I remember. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I don't know if it's like that,
I
right?
think it's still the same. Yes.
Okay. Obviously coming from, well, I still go to Rosa Boys School.
Okay.
Prior to that.
Yes.
Right. You know what I mean? So
Now the Rosa Primary.
no, Rosa Primary.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, going to community high school, obviously it's a new experience as a young boy. Meeting new people, but some of them wasn't so new.
They came across with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
But obviously, there's always a new experience. You have new people you meet and stuff. You meet the teachers and stuff. You meet Majo, obviously, Mrs. Nicholas is the principal. The maths teacher, Sergi.
Okay.
So our geography and agricultural science teacher is Mr. Pin. History is Mr. Pinard.
I put in that under pressure that's in his mind trying to
Yeah,
roll back.
yeah, man,
Yes.
yeah, man. Integrated science, missing team, Mrs. John Baptist.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, Jay. That's her name.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Wow.
And I know people will say that you are one of the toughest principals around.
Woo! Yeah, Marjo wasn't easy. But
Yes.
it was for, it was for good reason and stuff.
Yes.
Because I could see all of the values that Marjo was trying to instill in us. I could see the effects of it on me right now as an adult, and why it is important that the youth be amongst people like, that kind of discipline. Because discipline is important in life. And obviously when you're young, you're especially a young boy, you're wild. You're a boy, you know what I mean? You're young, you like to do whatever you want.
At that age period, the girls and boys wild. But yes, I guess the boys probably have a different...
Remember, boys a different level of wild.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and Majo is tough with reason. Majo always have a rationale for something, and she always made a lot of sense. I mean, even if, we didn't used to get along 100% of the time, but I appreciate she putting me under all the pressure that she did, because I could see how it kind of shaped me and my mentality, my ability to deal with pressure, resilience and stuff. As a matter of fact, Majo, the motto of the school is self-reliant for a better future. I'll never forget that, because every day I keep repeating that, you know what I mean? And I see the importance of being self-reliant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, really the principles of what the school is about is what that was stuck with me after all these years. Not so much the subjects and whatever, but most of the principles and being around that influence and stuff. It kind of really shaped me, shaped my character. It helped me to take a step back, especially growing up in Bath Estate in the ghetto. You know what I mean? It helped me to see life different. You know what I mean? And obviously I wasn't, always, the I would say the most law-abiding student.
He said that's so technical, I'm telling you. Law about it wasn't the best, but
No.
we know that young people go through their phases.
Absolutely, and I went
Yes.
through mine, I'm telling you. Remember,
Yes.
I was in the ghetto, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you grow up, that's what you know, and stuff like that.
You have to adjust.
You have to adjust. But then had to adjust because, remember, it's like when you're young, you're not really seeing, you're not as, I would say, first of all, you're not mature. right? So you don't really look at things that way. You know what I mean? After a while, obviously, you're supposed to get that, you know, as old people would say, that reasoning. You're supposed to get that level of reason, you know, age being reason, they say, you know what I mean? So I used to get myself in a lot of, you know, unfortunate situations with, in the school and stuff, but it all had helped me to understand what the world has to offer out there, you know what I mean? Because in life, especially as a young man, men need to feel consequences in order for them to become. You know what I mean? Because you can't grow up a boy like a girl. A boy is different from a girl. Boys need to feel things for them to grow. Well, girls kind of different because men purpose in the world and women purpose in the world are different. You know? It
depends, but I agree. We have our roles.
Exactly. I can't do what you can do and you can't do what I can do.
Right.
So obviously it's different.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We can agree on that, right?
Yes.
Very good. So men need to feel things, and for me, you know, I was more so. First of all, I like to talk. They say, "Oh, Krishna, you always like to talk and thing. You always talking and stuff." Yeah, to express myself. You know what I mean? But when you're young as a child, what you know, you're just doing what you feel, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you disrupt in the class. You're always beating on desk. You're every day beating on desk and singing in the class all day.
So look at that now. The beating the desk, the singing in the class. Look at where it has brought you.
As a matter of fact, though, some of the best advice I got, or one of the best pieces of advice I got in my life, was from Sir Egi when I was in 4th form, and he was like, he told me it was 3rd term after report card it was, and we had a reasoning, me and him, and they were saying me, Krishna, let me tell you something, yeah. You know, school is important, but I see now that you now have a passion for music. I think you should pursue your music. You know what I mean? I tell me if I want anything that I want to do in life, be the best at it. You know what I mean? And then, notwithstanding the importance of being in school, but then, you know, when you have a passion for something, it would always be number one. It always take priority. It always take precedence for everything else in life. You know what I mean? 'Cause I see music first.
Yes.
Ever since the beginning of my time at community high school, it's music.
Yes.
It's drum on desk. It's sing all kind of song. It's, you know what I mean? It's CK. You know what I mean? And stuff. And you know, yeah, so, you know, and that's pretty much what it was like for me growing up. And unfortunately for me, I was able to nurture, you know, my talent by using the discipline that come from being in community high school and stuff like that. Especially my love for agriculture and being natural. That's another aspect of the school that I love. You know what I mean? It's really a holistic experience.
Yes.
You know? So that was basically what it was like for me in school. Yeah?
I'm very happy that you highlighted. It's a very small school in terms of population, but I can tell that there's a great effort to at least cater to the students who have different pursuits. And I know for sure the agricultural departments in terms of getting students into the soil. So it's not going back to the soil. You've been there. The Dominica Community High School has been there for a while. And just kudos to principal, staff, you know, just and this is why I selected this school as part of it, sometimes maybe overlooked. And I know that there are gems who come from the Dominica Community High School, like every other school. Of course. Mr. Benji. Yes, like that, I'm sure you've had some really wonderful moments, memorable times at the Goodwood Secondary School. Tell us about the GSS. For me, GSS is close to me because I have a dear cousin, Miss White. I know most people know Miss Charlene White, Christian now with the Ministry of Education, who was a very dynamic teacher there. But tell me about your time at the GSS. You can age yourself and tell us the year you left. You answer. That's up to you. To you.
I was really thinking, boy, should I date?
You can date us. Yeah? You can give it to us. Tell us.
But before I do, let me first of all say good morning to you, Leandra.
Yes. Morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Of course, and good morning to Dada, a real long time friend.
Yes.
You know. So really, I can't remember the year I started in preschool because I think I wanted to start in preschool. But I went to Teacher Rose.
Yes.
And Teacher Rose, right there on Fields Lane. And Teacher Rose was a wonderful lady. wonderful lady indeed. And I believe my nurturing started from there,
preschool.
From preschool. Started from there. And then I went on to just across the Cork Street where the Mona Piper building is.
Yes.
Across the road from Karam, or Acme Garage. There was the mixed infant school.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're giving me to history now.
Yes. And maybe about a year, somewhere about, we moved across. But you know, you're small, you don't really know what happened.
Yes.
Happening. Only thing I can remember vividly was my mother saying to me that they're going to break the school, so you're going to a new school.
Okay.
And then we went into the gardens where the Roseau Health Center is right now.
Right.
Yeah.
What school is there?
Mixed school.
Mixed school. And
Mixed
boy,
infant
if you
school.
didn't say that, I would have never remembered that. That is true. That was, I mean, I would have, it's just, you know, some things just, okay, thanks again giving me reminding me.
So, went to mixed school in gardens, and if I can, I think of liberty to mention one person name, a very famous person that went to that school during my time is Kewana Fountain.
Oh,
So,
nice.
And a friend of mine, we had a cute little song following Kewana and a friend around the school shouting, Valda V Kewana K.
And look at you now doing
Right.
amazing things for Dominica.
Right. And from there, moved on to the Roseau Boys School, like
Yes,
Dada.
yes.
And I remember
That was where the stadium is now.
right.
The gate was there for a while. I remember the name was still there on the gate.
Yes, for a good
Yes,
while, yeah.
yes.
So you had the Roseau Boys School and the Roseau Girls School right next to each other.
Yes. The green dress, girls wore green dresses, and I think the boys were blue
Blue with
shirts
khaki.
and khaki.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, I
That's
can't
right.
remember.
It wasn't that long ago, man.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And I think from there, my best, I have to say, teachers from there, it have to be Salufa, Mrs. Iselin Tit, who was the principal at the time, from Newtown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mrs. Tit.
And up to this day, Mrs. Tit cannot pass me straight.
I know.
Yeah.
She shouldn't.
Mrs. Hester Charter, the wife of Algan and Charter, Mr. David Kentish,
Okay.
you know, and all these teachers at some point in time,
Yes.
they moved across to the Goodwill Secondary.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, at one point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, and while at Goodwill Secondary, my favorite teacher was your cousin,
Hey.
of course, Mrs. Charlene White.
Yes.
You know, with Charlene, everything was possible.
Yes.
You know, or should I say Mrs.
Christian. It doesn't matter. She'll tell you she's still Miss White.
Yeah, everything is possible with her.
Yes.
I wouldn't say she was a laid back teacher, but she put into perspective that you have to work,
Yes.
but also there is play, and there came the Goodwill School Band.
Yes.
You know,
I remember there's a steel band
yes,
at a time.
yeah, there was a steel band at the time. There was a choir as well.
Huh.
Yeah, because you know Miss White
Yes.
is Mrs. White big in a choir
Yeah,
as well.
he didn't do his homework.
Choral.
He remembered his days.
Well, I did my homework,
Of
you know.
course I do homework.
And I don't know if you all want me to give a short story, but a guy believed that he could, you know, abuse me for my own homework. And in return, you know what happened, but you know that is neither here nor there. But yes, I was already on my way out of Goodwill Secondary when actually the Goodwill School Band was formed with Kendall, Anwar, Jude.
Yes.
Yeah, Jude Harris and a lot of these guys I can't remember.
And those
Off my
names
head.
you're calling are very instrumental in terms of music, your
Yes.
music
Modern day.
especially.
Yes, it is. So, you know, Goodwill School produced a lot of great footballers as well.
Yes.
You know, and cricketers as
That's
well.
where you used to sweat.
Yes. Well, coming from under 15 from Roseau Boys School and then
Yes.
into Goodwill School to play under 16, under 17 and so on. And yeah, you know, so a lot of people have a stigma about Goodwill School that is only ghetto children going to there, you know. But nah, it's not like that. I believe the institution is a good one.
It is a great one.
Yeah, a great one, I should say. Yes. Correction taken.
Yes.
And from Guru School, we have produced a lot of great people.
Certainly.
You know, a lot of great people, myself included.
Indeed.
Yeah. So,
our cultural ambassador.
Yes. I'm deeply humbled.
Yes.
And the school continues to produce a lot of good people. You know, so hey, Guru Secondary, I think it's better than Dada old, but and just a funny story too. I was actually accepted after common entrance by the community high school. I tell my mother, what? You're too far, boss. Look, phone call right there, Guru School just
right.
I can walk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Watch it there.
Yeah. No, but I did have some, you know, in phone interactions with Majo.
Yes.
You know, because her son Adrian was quite active within the St. Alphonsus culture. You know, and which I was a member of.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and Majo was part of the parents committee. Yeah. So we had quite a few interactions, and Majo is a very good lady.
Yeah, man.
No doubt about that.
She is, and she's someone that I appreciate. She's close to me. Her daughter Adina and I are very, very good friends, and she's someone that I do admire. She's a very hardworking lady. And I know even on the, in terms of your principal, the new principal of the Goodwood Secondary, we have Miss Doughton, say another Newtown lady, you know, two hardworking ladies. I know it is no easy feat to manage a school. It is not, no matter the size of your school. But at the end of the day, you want the very best for your students. And so our listeners this morning, this is what you're going to do. So Mr. Benji, Dada have presented their fondest memories and the impact of their schools, the Dominica Community High School and the Goodwood Secondary School, to you. And there's so many GSS alumni out there, DCHS, you yourself. We are going to support one young man, you know, of each school and provide them with the best year ever, their final year, fifth form, which is a very critical year, getting ready to write their examinations. And what we want to do is put money in their hands, their families' hands, that they can provide for them, be it uniforms, books, pay off the CSEC exams. We know that CSEC exams really attract a lot of money. You can pay as much as $1,000 and more, depending on the number of subjects and the type of subjects that the students will be planning to sit. So we need you. Right now, if you are on the Facebook, there is a running thread of the information that you can use. We are working this year with the National Youth Council of Dominica, who will be assisting us in collecting and managing the funds that you choose to donate. I want to say good morning to Ashma McDougall, who is the president of the National Youth Council, and also Laura, our finance-focused lady, who is also the treasurer of the National Youth Council. Thank you so much for assisting in this regard. And so if you are interested, especially if you are more bankers, the account number, as I said, it is running on the screen. And the account number is 115-400-162. And the ID 555-1866. The reference Elevate. Go ahead, drop something into that account and make a difference in these young men's lives. I mean, we are aware that there are definitely a higher dropout rate of boys than girls in Dominica, and quite a few countries across the Caribbean and the world, you know. And one of the things we are always talking about, you know, young men, they're on the road, they're doing this, they're doing that. Let us empower two young men who are in need of that support. Yes, we really, really, really want to put some money into those families' hands who are so deserving of getting that assistance. If you want to drop in cash, you can also, in an envelope, Elevate, You may indicate your name or not. Some people want to remain anonymous. You go up to the top floor of the building on Kennedy Avenue. The National Youth Council is located on Kennedy Avenue, just opposite of Jay's Bookstore. And drop into their office and you can make a financial donation. Just do it. We really, really want to empower and elevate 2 young men this summer going into the new school year. Dada, I know recently your mom passed, but I know of her not very in detail, but I know she's a very, very hardworking lady. And we know that you spoke about being raised in the ghetto. We know that it was a very difficult task on behalf of mothers and fathers and families to send their students to school to provide. But I know a person like your mom did her best. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, the cost of uniforms, the cost of books is
it was
up.
easy, man.
Even then it was hard, and
it was
today it's even harder. So we really want to do something for these young men. We are going to take a break, go to our sponsors, and when we're back, feel free to call in and pledge if you have to, or we will provide you with the information that if you'd like to transfer your money through the mobile banking, providing the details, we will do that for you. It is on the Facebook page. The information is rolling across the screen, but we really want you, whatever you have, it could be $20, $30, $25, $10, $15, whatever you have, put it in they say one cocoa full basket. We're gonna do that. All right, we're gonna empower these 2 young men from the Dominica Community High School and the GSS. So stay tuned, taking a word from our sponsors.
Malcolm Stephen and Sons across the bridge is the headquarters, guaranteed for all your frozen meats, poultry, ham, turkey, fish in French every day, every week, from Monday morning to Saturday afternoon. Malcolm Stevens is the people's first choice for the ever-fresh quantity, with the widest variety and assortment of all your fresh favorite frozen foods from across the Caribbean and across the world. Guaranteed freshness. Pat mouton, pat cabouit, madi la cabouit. All the frozen chicken parts you could ever need. Legs, breast, well, yes, breast, chest, thighs, feet, gizzards. Malcolm Stevens' back and neck is not back and neck, is neck and back. Dominica alone gets the freshest and the best from Malcolm Stevens' Sons. Swinging sassant with their drumsticks there and first serving it. Your beans, your peas, your salted and pickled meats, tout pat cochon. When you want a broth and a soup, you need to come to Malcolm Stevens and Sons. Nobody makes a better pillau or broth or soup than a Dominican. But the secret is that they buy all their tastiest, nutritious and satisfying frozen foods only at Malcolm Stevens and Sons in Portersville. Tell them I sent you. 448-8709 or 235-5521.
Kentucky Rockstar. Party like a rock star. Eat like a rock star. At KFC. Now offering 5 of our most famous items all in one. You get 4 pieces of chicken, spicy or original. 3 wings, hot, barbecue or sweet red chili. 1 regular corn, 1 regular fry, and 1 biscuit for only $30.
You heard right.
Only $30. Visit us in store or place your order online via click and collect. The best of KFC with the perfect variety for you and your family to enjoy. Kentucky Rockstars at KFC.
This is a limited time offer.
Pure crisp refreshment. Caribe Hard Cider. Yours to enjoy. With a delicate, exotic taste you just can't get enough of. Caribe Hard Cider is perfect for any occasion. Crafted with champagne yeast, it's an all-natural, gluten-free blend that'll keep you coming back for more. Caribe Hard Cider. Available in original, pineapple, and rosé.
Are you looking for good eggs? I mean quality eggs fresh from the farm? Well, we have exactly what you're looking for. No matter the quantity, we have the right amount. Call us today for your fresh farm eggs. Telephone 448-7331, 448-7330, 448-8752 or 614-6767. And we'll get you your fresh farm eggs.
So amazing, I'm not exaggerating.
Mase multinale could do it center vekidio. I find the skin of my house has a disease called pentapes. Has to do with paint. You marry, what are the symptoms? Yearly symptom. Well, it's as if somebody guafiate and the glossary has departed from it. You the well, you have come to the right place and the right brand. Do it best quality paints. You the there are two types. The master touch for interior and exterior, Lau Pabuz PS primer, and the color solution. With both of them, you can mix and match. Souvenir cooler to match anything in your house, even your soap dish. Just bring it in. Do it best quality paints. The primer for all services. Floor paint, pulaku, your garage, wall paint, ceiling paint, and for your steps, pumunpak chichile. As to Bobonio, let's step la mouille. Plus every paint accessory you can think of, just lay shell. Do it best quality paint cote. Do it center as to Goodwill Road. Multinadi, I call it the paint laboratory.
Attention all students. Please settle down. Let's get ready for school with
KFC's Back to School Spend and Win. Spend $20 or more for a chance to win one of 3 amazing prizes. Third prize, win a school bag with school supplies and a $200 best prize voucher. Second prize, win a Samsung Galaxy Tab. And the grand prize, win a scholarship of $1,500. Promotion runs from now to August 13th, 2021. It's KFC's Back to School Spend and Win.
Ooh, isn't it? Lovely, lovely things indeed. Your small enterprise of choice for personalized cups, mugs, pillows, glasses, tote bags, corsages, and so much more. Weddings and birthday keepsakes. 245-8483. Visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. Lovely things, anything but the ordinary. Morning everybody again, and we're just talking about the impact of education, and I am getting a few messages here on the Facebook Live. Just bigging up the vibes. This is what it is about. Getting our young men. We always cry down, you know, the young men especially who are not going the right way. But, you know, we have a responsibility as school, as family, as society to empower each other. And I think that having Mr. Benji, Wayne Benjamin here, and having Krishna, Dada, Lawrence, who know what it was like to struggle, who knew what it was like to have their backs against the wall, to come and inspire you, because they are on every level doing a great job as young men in Dominica. You know, Krishna, I know a lot of people probably didn't know him, but a lot of the calypsos you listen to, a lot of the vibes you listen to, he had a hand before the voice even dropped on the rhythm. And I know for many people, the greatest son, most popular, you probably remember, is Family. And, and we are family. Krishna, tell us about the experience of, at least, you can tell us of some of the music that you have produced, some that we definitely we jammed to. And of course, you can tell us about the family experience. And I know you have a little recent one. We'll talk about that.
Yes, boy, you'll tell us now.
Benji. All right. So, well, I guess we had to go back a little bit, not too much, you know.
Yes.
I will start with my experience in music, working with Triple K. We're talking about 2005, 6, 7, them kind of time there, you know what I mean? So me and Benji now, we used to work together and stuff like that. So we had a chemistry, had a vibe, building a lot of music together. We used to work a lot together, you know, me and Benji, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, because we, you know, so we basically, you know, help to change the sound of Bouillon and create a new phenomenon, create the new era of the music, which is what I remember years ago telling Benji and them man that Triple K gonna run the next era of Bouillon music. A long time before Triple K bus. You know what I mean? I could see it, you know, it's vision, right? I feel the band are the best talent in all areas of music that the band needed. The best keyboard players, the best bass players, the best drummers, the best production team, everything and stuff like that.
And just to say, because I remember following the GSS band so closely, quite as he said earlier, quite a few of the GSS members band moved on to the Triple K.
Yeah.
And so here it is.
Facts.
Greatness.
So I wasn't crazy, right?
You weren't.
All right, and then from there, I move on after my experience in Buyo. I feel like I kind of did what I needed to do. And I was young too. I was like, maybe I was 18, 19, them kind of time of, 17, 18, 19, around there. You know what I mean? And then after there, I move on. I needed another challenge, so I tried Calypso.
Okay.
Yeah, so I come into Calypso.
Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I work with all the major players of Calypso, all. I win a couple of road matches.
Hey, tell us like.
I win a crown.
Like?
Well, with King Dice.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? With Bull. I make a lot of popular calypsos, for my time, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I paid my dues in Dominican music,
sure.
You know what I mean? Then after that, when I feel like, I kind of reach, well, okay, before we talk about senior calypso, let's talk about junior monarch. I have a few junior monarchs under my belt too, you know what I mean? Yeah. I have a couple of princess shows and teenage parties as well.
I need you to do. If I feel like I want to run like a calypso next year,
man.
You're the man.
Yeah, man. I'm always everything.
All right,
you know what I mean. So from there, after that, there was. So I like to have set goals for myself, right? Achieve them and move on to other things. So after calypso, I wanted another challenge. Right? So I went into Kadas.
Okay.
Jump into Kadas, dominate the scene. That's how we go. Win a few titles, win some Calypso competition, a few of them. You know what I mean? And
yes.
But it's not just about the title, but it's also having an impact on the culture and in the country.
Yes.
One of the biggest songs that I had in my life in Dominica was the Long Tongue from Halley.
Okay, really?
Yeah, biggest ever.
Nice.
In Dominica, yeah.
Yes.
It was the response to that song was different. That's the first time I felt like it was compared to what I used to do before.
It is
it
classic.
Facts.
It is.
Facts. Once again, vision. You know what I mean? So I was
yes.
able to, when Harley sang the song for me the first time at the studio, I told Harley, boy, Harley, that's a hit, boy.
It is.
Harley was like, Dada, you sure, man?
That sounds like him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then from there, so from there I move on to, I was experimenting, I was working with Golda.
Yes.
I did Dance a Hero.
Yes.
And a few other songs and stuff. After that, jump into the creating a new sound, merging the bouillon and the soca together, and then we did songs like Oh Gosh, Flippo, and a number of it happened hits under my belt, Leandra.
I am not underestimating you,
Yeah, man.
I am just basking in your,
in my
your
presence.
accolades and yes.
All right, and then after that, then from there, I did a few titles in St. Lucia, in St. Vincent, Grenada, Antigua, St. Thomas. I probably the first Dominican to win a road match in St. Thomas.
Really? That is nice.
Yeah.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Make sure you're documenting all your.
Oh yeah. Working on my booking and my autobiography.
You better, make sure you have this in writing here. But at least this show, everything that you're saying, it's also being documented.
Yeah. So from there, just trying to get a quick synopsis of it, and then from that, move on to working with guys like Skinny Fabulous, Marsha Montano, Benji Garden with Family. And
yes,
that really Benji, I talked to you already.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so and then that was the biggest hit of all, period. To date. You know what I mean? Family is as top international charts. And I think it's one of the biggest songs, not just from me, but even for them, to the other artists. And even when you have to work with an artist like Marsha Montano, who in my opinion is one of the biggest artists, if not the biggest artist in the Caribbean, you give him one of his biggest songs in his career.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It speaks volumes about your potential being here from Dominica,
and
more so Bath.
And when that tun drops in any party, that is.
Man, I tell you, listen, for Carnival 2019, right? I was in Trinidad, Juve morning. Trinidad Porter spin a song like Rosa,
Good.
Bouillon, left, right, and center.
According to the trend, as it should.
So it speaks to the power of our influence and our culture that we have here. You know what I mean? And I was just, I was amazed at the experience and to see all these Trinis and not only Trinidadians, but people from the international communities that in Trinidad at the time consuming that content.
Yes,
I mean, the
yes.
cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Yes.
all of them there so was basking into that, and they were, it's
Yes,
crazy and stuff like
yes.
that. And Will Smith and guys like that.
All this from
yeah.
a boy from Bath Estate.
From Bath Estate that went to
All
DCHS.
All this,
Under the Galba.
and that's
Under the Galba.
important for all the good with the community high school boys. And we're going to talk to Mr. Benji. All of them should be listening to this and say, well, if Dada, then me.
Yeah, of course.
And it doesn't have to be in music, but it can be in any of your field. It could be, I know a lot of young people are getting into their own little businesses, whatever it is. Just stay focused, and providing this platform of helping a young man get through fifth form, don't have to worry about money and how he's going to pay for this and that is important. Money, children know when their family is struggling. And so sometimes even in their little hearts, they'll say, mommy, well, because you cannot afford, I'll have to probably drop out to get a job. Those sorts of things. Children don't have to be making those decisions.
Facts.
You understand? So let's make the load. If I could just spread money all around, I would. But we're starting with 2. This is it. The mustard seed. Mr. Benji.
Yes.
You have also impacted our landscape in music. And every child, when he came in this morning, I told him that good morning is, everybody knows it. The good morning by Mr. Benji. You have had your impact with your band, and now you've been designated as a cultural ambassador. Talk to us about that little journey for you.
Well, it all started in Fongole.
Yes.
Yeah. And more so church, Trinity Baptist.
Hey.
Yeah. And being a fond lover of music, growing up, my mom being part of the church choir and so on, I was very much interested in learning to play the drums.
Okay.
And there was this guy, Thomas from Kings Hill. He passed away many years ago. May his soul rest in peace. Taught me the basics on drums. And I decided, I don't want to play drums again. I want to play keyboards.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that time, the Cog M1 keyboard just came out. And Elisha Darample, Dada, you maybe know Elisha.
Yes.
May he too
Yes,
continue to rest in peace. Had an M1 at church. And I decided I love this song that keyboard. And I want to play it. Yeah. And he too taught me some basics on the keyboard.
So you can give Killer a little run for
I can give a little run, man.
Okay,
of course. So I think learning the basics helped me. It nurtured me in terms of composing. So fast forward,
who put the mic in your hand now?
Well, we'll get to that part.
Okay.
Fast forward, we made a little band in Fongole called Roofless.
Okay.
Yeah, with Sean Walsh, aka Wawa.
Yes.
Dennis Gaff Jemot.
Yes.
Who used to be the bass player on Triple K at one point. Speedy, yeah. Nickel La Rock, may his soul rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago too.
Okay.
He has the lead keyboardist and myself playing second keyboard and singing. So we didn't have a lead vocalist, so I had to sing, I had to play background keyboard.
Okay.
And we had that little band real nice and so in the community, and we made a little headway because there was another band from Baptist State with Joffrey and them called Juveniles.
Oh.
CK2. Yeah, CK2. And Ilson and Deli and them. I'm together with Hurricane Sun. Yeah. They had a band in Kenfield called Rock Band.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so you had these little competitions around with 3 bands going around.
Yes.
And Roofless emerged. We did our thing, and then that was it. So where was I getting at? So the mic now. I, growing up, loved to hear Ra, frontman for WCK. Very much interested in Ra. And I decided bound to be like Ra.
Yes.
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah. I want to be like Ra, and to be there, yo. And,
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
And, fast forward to that, I started the year of Marshall Montano. I say, boy, I want to be like Marshall. Because I like Marshall vibe jet.
Vibes.
I like Marshall. I tell boy Marshall have a kind of thing jet. Serious boy. So, and I think within that, I built my own style.
Yes.
I built my own style. And I remember the first song that I recorded.
I don't cut you. Remember Daddy Friday? Yeah?
Yes, and Daddy Friday, of course, of blessed memory. And that is where I got that chanting thing from.
Okay.
Yeah, because within the Virgin Islands is a lot of chanting.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I heard jamban music,
Sampling.
yeah,
Okay.
when I heard jamban music, I was like, wow, interesting. Who is that guy?
Daddy Benji.
Yeah. Who is that guy? Nick Daddy Friday.
Yep.
Yeah. I said, I want to be like Nick too. You know? Yeah. And I think these styles mixed together, I created my own style.
style.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know, and I met Dada. I can't remember exactly how we met, but Dada and myself met, and we started working.
Yep.
Yeah. From Dada's little studio in his room in Buffett State.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from there we made a lot of hits.
Yeah, a lot of hits, man.
A lot of hits came from that room.
Yep.
You know, that actually propelled
Yeah.
Benji and propelled Triple K at the same time.
Yep.
You know? So Dada definitely had his influence on me.
Yes.
You know?
And the two of you are here on this with me.
Right.
Yep.
And so, you know, later down the years, I performed with WCK for quite a while. When Nai, Clinton, and Skinny left the band, it was Daddy Chess, Shariah, and Hunter. Even Hunter at one point. And
Back up why you said Shariah.
Yeah.
Hey, Shariah bigging you up this morning. And you know that Shariah is the manager here.
Oh, yes.
So,
yes.
Shariah, we know of your musical skills. That's why I said you have to be on one of these days, you know. Yes.
So, you know, at one point, it was us at the front of the stage for WCK. And while I, myself, you know, still doing Triple K and Triple K just coming on the scene, still young and green in the business, you know, I have to say big up to Pelham as well for noticing my talent and giving me the opportunity to come up front with WCK and of course Walkers as well.
Yes.
You know, Walkers, big up Walkers as well. The original W for WCK.
Yes.
You know, and Walkers is somebody that helped me along the way because Walkers lives right across the road from me.
Okay.
He's adjacent from me. So knowing Walkers, big influence in music. I think I too wanted to be like Walkers at one point. So you know, and then something a lot of people don't know. You know that song by Cool Session?
Okay. Yes.
Was written by me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Well,
Written
look,
by yours truly.
Look, you have a little gem drop in here this morning.
Yeah. So, and fast forward from the musical vibe, got myself very much involved in community work.
Okay.
Especially in Fonkole. And then being a member of the Roseau City Council.
Yes.
8 years now.
Okay.
So
You're
doing my do. I don't speak much about these things, but
it's okay.
yeah,
but we have to know because
do.
we are out here to make you are role models for young men, especially. Guys, we are literally winding down. But guys, before we leave, I just literally want you to leave your message for our listening audience. There are people who are on and there are people who will be listening a little later who come on. You know, their Saturdays are busy in the morning, but they do come on and then they will take the messages away from this. Your last words as we prepare for 2 weeks of, you know, putting this money together for these young men.
All right, so what I would say is, you know, especially to the young, this message is specifically for the young men out there, the young boys. You know, life is a journey, right? You need to set goals for yourself, set standards, you know, and there's no achieving greatness without trials. Success is the result of failures that you learn from and you make the necessary adjustments. You know, because as men, as I said earlier, men has to become. You know, men need to grow. Men have to learn a lot of things. It's different for us out there. And I know society sometimes can be a little bit, you know, hard on us, but it is what it is. You know, we are men. It is what it is. You know, we have to just, you know, suck it up and do what we need to do. Set goals. Set objectives for yourself. Do everything with a plan. If you have no plan, that means there's no plan for your life. You need to work with a mission, work with an objective, and try to succeed at everything that you do. Put in the 10,000 hours. You have to become in order for you to become a man.
Yes.
That's basically what it is. It's for lack of a better way of describing it. You know,
Yes.
men need to go through stuff so we learn so that we could become. Because I see a lot of men on outer road every day on the streets and whatever. And it's not that they don't have any talent, but they just don't have the encouragement. They just don't have the support and all those things. And I come from a ghetto. I come from Buffett City ghetto. Not the nice part. The bad part, what they call the quote unquote bad part, whatever. And I was able to make it out of there. You know what I mean? So I know what it is like. There's no excuse.
Yes.
Just get it done.
Yeah. Last words, Benji?
Yeah, I think Dada said it best.
Yes.
Like myself, I came from the ghetto. Raising up in Funkole wasn't easy. You know, you had to be tough.
And
strong. And strong. And but you never make that deter you.
Right.
You know, you set a path or you set a goal for yourself and you follow that path, you follow that goal, and you go get it.
Yes.
You know, because the greatest investment is knowledge.
Yes.
And it pays off the best interest. You know? So we never stop learning.
Right.
Like myself, I'm still at school.
Yes.
You know, I'm still at school. I'm still learning. You learn every day. You know, we never stop learning. So to the young men, the young women, continue being you, but be on that positive path.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. And this brings us to the end of Elevate. And we definitely want to encourage you again to contribute to this. Let us empower 2 young men. We're starting our little mustard seed. It's two mustard seeds, and we want to see where they go beyond. We will definitely hope to at least track their progress. So the more banking information will be made available on the Carrier FM's page. You can go in or you can drop your finances to the National Youth Council on Turkey Lane, on Kennedy Avenue, or in Roseau. It was wonderful with you today, this Saturday. Elevate, stay elevated. We will see you next week.